guest tonight was a cast member on Saturday Night Live, and coming this fall, you can see him alongside Richard Lewis in the new ABC sitcom Hiller and Diller. Please welcome our pal, Kevin Nealon. Kev? Hey, Kevin, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing, Conan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks so much for coming here.
It's good to be here.
Yeah, we don't see you much. You're in Los Angeles all the time.
That's right. I am. But I'm here now, and that is the good thing.
Yeah, yeah. You had an okay flight in? Everything went all right?
It was an okay flight, but I think I don't like to fly, first of all. But this time was especially a little scary. We're sitting on the runway, and the pilot, I think, was a little inexperienced. He came over the loudspeaker, and he says, "All right, folks, we're going to be taking off in a few." Whoa, here we go. So that kind of threw me. And then when we landed, he said, "Hey, what was that?" And, we had traffic over the airport here in New York, so he had to circle for a while, but he was, like, circling like this.
Not a pleasant flight.
Yeah. Hey,
that's the feeling. What is that thing?
This is the street news. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but you can get it off of the street. No, they have, I guess street people sell it because it's a great newspaper because it lets the street people make money for themselves and help get themselves out of there.
The street people, I guess, they put together, homeless people put together the magazine or the newspaper and they sell it.
Yeah, I think they put it together. I mean, but there's some good writing here. I think they probably write it too. Let me read you, here's a great story on Clinton. President Clinton spent part of the weekend at a birthday party for Madeleine Albright. Shopping cart, egg salad, voices in my head, the cantaloupes are after me. Albright, who turned 60 last week, was pleased to see the commander-in-chief plywood alien autopsy cover transferred to my neck. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. So there is some good stuff on here.
It's very good, that street news,
And some good articles.
Do you miss, besides street news, do you miss being in New York? Do you miss it here?
Yeah, I do, but it's a whole different pacing here. It's so much quicker, and I'm kind of a laid-back kind of, take it easy kind of a guy. Just flagging a taxi down, you have to relearn that aggressiveness. I'm like, excuse me, can I get a taxi cab over here, please? And after you've been here for a while, say, yo, taxi, 57.7, let's go, I'm in a hurry,
Right,
So you kind of pick it up.
So you've lost that completely.
Yeah, but I've had some good experiences here. Like I went to my first professional basketball game here in New York City, and that was just incredible. They play full court.
I had noticed that,
and
yeah.
They're huge, too. I mean, you and I are tall.
We're big guys, yeah.
How tall are you?
I'm 6'4", just about.
Yeah, whatever.
6'4".
And these guys are just,
What was, yeah, whatever? You asked me.
I did ask you. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
But, I like New York because I'm a people watcher. Yeah. Well, peeping Tom. But, it's the same thing.
Your own little distinction there, huh?
Exactly.
Are you still, we worked together back on Saturday Night Live years ago, and you were very into your body, taking care of yourself.
I was a vegetarian.
You're vegetarian,
yeah. Still vegetarian, yeah. I've been for about 8 years. What I do is I try to eat healthy and avoid animal products, because they're deadly, quite frankly. But I was at the store the other day looking for butter substitutes, and there's so many now. They have I can't believe it's not butter. They have move over butter. They really do, and it's almost like they're getting angry with some of the titles, brand names for these things now. I'll kick your ass if you think this is butter. Almost vindictive. If you see butter, let us know. Okay. But I'm becoming a gourmet cook.
Oh, good.
I'm learning how to cook with wine. Actually, what I do is I get drunk, then I make some rice. But still, it sounds good. Come on over, I'm cooking with wine. They get there, you're drunk, it's right there. Come on in,
You don't care what you're eating, do you?
That's absolutely correct.
Are you still I know you play guitar. You're a big James Taylor fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I was telling somebody I'm going to be hosting the James Taylor special on A&E, June 25th.
That's great.
Yeah, he's a big hero of mine. I've been following him for years. Not as a stalker, but just as a fan. And he called me actually at home a couple of weeks ago, and he's never called me before, and I thought it was a friend of mine calling, playing a joke on me. Yeah, hello, Kevin? Yeah, this is James Taylor. Yeah, I was wondering if you'd be able to host a special for me June 25th I said, Dave, cut it out, you jerk, you know.
Uh-huh.
And now this is not Dave. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, this is not Kevin, you know. But yeah, it's pretty exciting. And I love concerts, you know.
You like going to see live music?
Yeah, you know, Crosby, Stills and Nash saw last year. You know, some of the bands from the 70s are great. Went to see, and they all showed up, which is great, because sometimes, you know, you get a band and they say they're going to be there and somebody doesn't show up. You know, I went to see Blood, Sweat and Tears, and Sweat didn't show up. You know. And Sweat...
What's Sweat up to? Yeah.
Sweat was always my favorite, you know. So I figured he was out touring someplace.
What's with the...
Well, you know what I noticed about you? I've been watching your show lately, and...
Lately, thanks. There's about 3.5 years there where you couldn't be bothered.
When I said lately, I meant it's on late. So I watched it lately.
You're good.
Anyway, I noticed that you're very inquisitive.
I am.
You ask a lot of questions to your guests.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering if you were like that when you were a kid.
Yeah, I always ask a lot of questions.
You know who else asks a lot of questions?
Who's that?
Larry King.
I see where you're going with this.
I have all these little obscure...
What are you talking about?
I have subtle... Andy? I have all of these...
Just pass it off quickly. You're in
subtle
trouble.
observations.
Subtle observations that people who interview for a living actually ask a lot of questions. That's your observation.
Just any kind of observation. Like I noticed when somebody's trying to impress you, when they're waiting for you to respond, we're supposed to be impressed with their nostrils will flare. Like if you get a... Okay, camera 3, a little closer. Okay, is it there? Okay, Conan, you may not know this, but a couple of years ago I swam the English Channel. You notice that?
I didn't notice it, no.
You're trying to impress me. Watch how it just happens by itself.
What?
Try to impress
you?
And then while you're waiting for me to respond, your nostrils, you'll see what happens.
Okay, boy, I got a lot of hair on my chest, Kevin. I'll tell you that much right now.
See what I'm saying?
Now you see, that's a lie. So maybe that's why it didn't work.
That's right. It'll happen later when you're not expecting it.
Really?
Sometimes they're delay flares.
Really? That could just happen at any point?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I didn't notice it at all when yours flared.
You didn't?
No, I didn't see it.
Well, that's because you were distracted by Andy, who happens to be a good friend of mine.
If you're trying to impress somebody with that, give it up. Well, what about, you got to tell us before you go about the new show, the Hiller and Diller.
Yes, I have a sitcom on this fall.
In the fall, yeah. And you're...
Okay. It's a sitcom. It's a sitcom on ABC, and it's called Hiller and Diller, and it was written by Babalu Mandel and Lowell Gans.
Oh, who've written anything.
Exactly. And I'm sure the nostrils are flaring right now as we speak. Mm-hmm. And it's about two comedy writers, me and Richard Lewis, and we're both fathers, and we both have different attitudes about the right way to raise children. And it's very, very funny, and it'll be on this fall. And they didn't give me a clip to bring in, so I brought in actually the script. If you wanted to show the people at home. Let me set up the scene.
Okay.
The scene is, I believe if this is the right one, when we come into the living room and I tell my family that my partner is missing.
Okay. Let's take a look at that right now. There we go, right there.
Can you see it?
That's nice. That's great.
Okay, all right.
It's going to be great. Good luck with that. It's Hiller and Diller.
You know what? I'm kidding. I do have a clip. They did send in a clip, and I'd like to show that right now. Anyway, it takes place in the living room, and it's when my partner comes in, and I have to tell my children that he's here at the house.
Oh, let's take a look at that. That was terrific. You're a hateful person.
I think it looks good.
That's this fall on ABC. Kevin, thanks very much for being here.
Thank you.
Kevin Nealon, everybody. We'll take a break. Tim Russ is coming up. We'll be right back.